everybody, welcome back to another studio vlog. I feel like it's been forever since I've actually sat face to face with a camera to have a chat. I think a lot of the work that I've done recently on YouTube has been voiceovers, and the last studio vlog it was kind of clips with a voiceover, so I've not had a whole proper conversation with you, so I feel like we haven't talked in forever. Basically it is the 20th of December. I've been just kind of wrapping up all of my DIY handmade gifts. I have been kind of focusing a lot on YouTube stuff, so I've been doing my plan with me's, and I did my 2023 setup for my bullet journal, and then the last video from last week was my 2023 reading journal setup, which is brand new for me for next year. So I've kind of been procrastinating doing my personal things. I've not really been focusing much on collections or anything yet. I'm gonna wrap up the end of the year with a lot of kind of thoughts on my goals and what I want to do next year when it comes to collections. I've basically kind of mapped out next year to be set up in quarters rather than just having a bunch of goals at the start of the year and not really thinking much about it. Oh, also I got my hair cut. I don't know if I've chatted to you since the last time. I think in the last video of me in the studio vlog I didn't. Got a cut. I really like it. Anyway, side note. Yeah, so I've just kind of been catching up with myself in terms of what I want to think about doing next year. It's been a bit last minute when it comes to the DIY gifts, but I managed to get them done. I will put in some clips here of me doing them. So basically I have made memo pads for both my mum and my dad, and then I made a notebook for my brother. There were other things that I made that I'm not going to show just because they've got like my neighbours and my niece and nephew's names on them. Basically, I've made my neighbours' kids some colouring book things, and my nephew, who's super into like making his own comics, I basically made up my own comic book layout. I just kind of drew boxes in different kind of layouts in the sort of style of a comic book, and just made them blank and had little speech bubbles. I think I could show you that actually. I'll just not show you the front cover because it has his name on it. So basically it's just like this on different pages. I've just laid it out differently on each one. They're just kind of simple short ones, and I made a couple of those for him to fill out himself. He could make up his own stories, which is really cool. And then yeah, the colouring books I just got online as digital downloads, which was great. I would love to have done them myself. I just didn't have the time to look through my artwork, and then some of my artwork my neighbours' kids wouldn't really be interested in, so I thought I would support some other small businesses and shop on Etsy for some downloads. So I got some things for them, got those printed out and made up, but I think I'm pretty much done now with those. The memo pads basically are just being glued right now, so they're under I don't have proper clamps yet, so they're just under a ton of books, really heavy books. But the idea is that I really wanted to test out making them because it's a product I really want to start bringing to the shop. I got that guillotine that you maybe saw in my recent vlogs where I was making my notebooks, and it's a great addition because it means I have other opportunities for products. I really want to make the notepads, the memo pads where you can tear off the pages. not just ones where you can write on, like this one that I made my mum, you know, with the lined pages, but I have a lot of ideas for different memo pads that could be used for kind of decorative layering purposes in your journals, like your bullet journal or your reading journal, or maybe you collage. So just cool like patterns, but then maybe some memo pads too with like ways that you can write notes on it. I know day to day I have my bullet journal for my planning, but I was starting to use up so much of the paper because I was writing random notes in them, and it's notes that I didn't really need to keep. So I think having one of those tear off memo pads is really good to have on your desk, just to kind of do scribbling notes during the day that you don't really need to keep, so you can kind of scribble and write, and then you don't have to worry about filling up your bullet journal. So I think it'll be fun. Lots of exciting ideas for next year. I am also working on some ideas for more functional stickers and decorative stickers for bullet journaling, and I have exciting plans for next year, but I won't go too in depth. I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in my goals video, which should be in about 2 weeks time. I think it's going to be in the 1st or 2nd week of January. So I'm going to go a bit more in depth into what my plans are for 2023, how I'm going to approach them, and doing that in a way that is sustainable for me and my kind of lifestyle right now, because I still have the toddler at home. There is a chance that I might have some more time near to the end of the year with daytime stuff, depending on whether we get him into like nursery. He's still quite young, but there sometimes is options for them to go in a year early, so fingers crossed, and that'll give me a little bit more time during the day to work on the business and not have to do it all at night time. But yeah, I think that's the majority of everything. I'm going to catch you up on what I've been up to. Husband and I went on a date up to Belfast, and we had a brilliant time. It was really lovely to just get away and do a little bit of browsing, and we had some really nice food. I think I took a couple of clips, so I'll insert them here as well, but it was really nice to kind of just switch off and get away for a day and just hang out. And we had a wee look around. It wasn't necessarily to do Christmas shopping, but we had a look and got a few wee bits. And then not long after that I actually went on another trip with some of my family to do some shopping for Christmas, and that was really nice too. I didn't film any of that, but it was really nice, and I've just kind of been winding down and kind of pulling all the bits together for the rest of the year. I want to make sure that I've got everything I need done so that I can enjoy Christmas and not have to worry about it. This vlog should be coming out on Christmas Day, so happy Christmas, happy holidays if you celebrate. If not, I hope you're still having a lovely time, and if you've got time off, I hope you're enjoying it and relaxing. If you don't have time off, I hope that whatever work you're doing is easy and calm and safe, and I hope you do get some time off at some point. So basically the rest of my week will be wrapping presents and getting any last minute bits and pieces that I need, and then I'm just going to switch off. I think on Friday I want to try and make that my last day of doing work, and we'll see how it goes. I will probably be back to do some more filming because I will have my plan with me up on the 1st of January for the month of January, and after that I want to do my goals video, so I'll have a couple of days and then I need to get back into doing some filming, but I will probably do a few days off and then maybe a day of work and then a couple more days off. It depends on my husband's work schedule too, so we'll see what time we can get, but I will enjoy whatever time we have with our family and friends while we have it. So that is that. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling and I need to get back to doing some work. I need to edit this video and I need to tidy this office now after doing some work, because even though it was tidy before, it's a mess now because I just can't be tidy and productive at the same time. So I will let you get on. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. If you did, feel free to subscribe to see more. Enjoy your holidays. have a happy new year and stay safe and cozy, and I will see you in the next one.